And we are back in the EON Network podcast. Hello again, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about, yet again, another Spyro episode. But this time, though, we're going to be talking about specifically Sparx. To talk about it, I'm Adrian Matt alongside of my broadcast colleague, TT. This is a speculation as well. People have been talking about this over the last several days, saying that apparently Sparx is not going to be in the video game. Let's go ahead and talk about it for a second. Sparx has been an icon along with Spyro. In fact, hey, listen, Sparx has been in the thick and thin with Spyro. He's been through it all. He's been with Spyro by his side in every single adventure from Spyro 1 all the way to every other Spyro game that's ever been made in existence. The bottom line is, though, the reason why people are saying that Sparx may not be in the game is simply because of the fact that they did not see him in the trailer. Before I get to my thoughts, what are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts is like people are wondering where is Sparx? Right, Sparx been a thing since the first ever Spyro game. So the question still remains: where is Sparx? We wanted him. We've been waiting for Sparx to come in the game for a while.
Exactly. So rumor A has it where apparently Sparx is involved in the game in some capacity. However, the reason why he's not shown in the trailer is because at that point in time, Sparx apparently might be in a different world. Now, this is pure speculation, but according to some of the reports online, some people are saying that apparently Sparx actually might be, at least in the first couple of episodes, or excuse me, first couple of levels, he might be absent, right? And because of the fact that he is going to be absent, goes to show maybe, again, it looks like Toys for Bob is doing something different with this game. So that's the first conspiracy theory that's apparently floating around online. The second one has it where he's not going to be in the game at all. In fact, it's going to be apparently there's going to be a new hit system, a point system that is going to determine. Yeah, I'm with you 100%. And I definitely am not really with the latter here. I definitely don't support the idea of Sparx not being in the game. But again, conspicuous of his absence, Sparx was not shown in the trailer. So that's the reason why people are saying that apparently he's not going to be making it in the Spyro game. Although that's a little bit of a stretch, don't you think? If he's not shown in the trailer, people are already just concluding the fact that he's not going to be there.
It could be, or they are saving the best for last. They are saving that special scene in a game because we all know that games have a history of putting their favorite protagonist at the end. So we'll see. We'll see what goes on between Tinkerbell and.
Well, I mean, it's going to be fairly interesting to see how it's going to go, though, or at least how they're going to make that happen, because if we're going by chronological order, this is going to be the Spyro after Spyro 3. So remember, Spyro 3, Spyro defeated the Sorceress along with Sparx, and after that, the two lived happily ever after, although they thought. Yeah. So if that is the case, where did Sparx go? How did it happen to the point where Spyro begins his adventure without Sparx there? So the question is, again, is Sparx not going to make it this time? Is Sparx maybe in the beginning of the video game? Maybe there's going to be a cutscene where Sparx maybe somehow, some way gets involved with the antagonist. He gets abducted like he did for a brief moment, that is, in Spyro, the original Spyro 4, Enter the Dragonfly, which a lot of people try to erase that video game from their memory. Or is it perhaps maybe just time for Sparx to, again, not be in game? Maybe Spyro's going to have a new hitbox. Maybe there's going to be something else going on with Sparx. Who knows? But again, it's worth noting about the fact that Sparx was not shown in the trailer. And some people might go and say, well, that's not too big of a deal. I mean, Sparx is definitely a big character when it comes to Spyro, but he's not too major to the point that he should be shown in the trailer. Again, it is worth noting about it, and it's something that people have been speculating online. I've seen a lot of different reports about it. I personally think that Sparx is going to be in the game, right? I mean, you can't have a Spyro game without Sparx. I mean, that's the thing. You just can't do it. Bottom line is you're going to have Sparx with Spyro, right? It's your, well, peanut butter to your jelly, as that old adage goes. So Sparx not being in the trailer doesn't necessarily worry me too much. I truly think that Sparx is going to be involved in some capacity. Again, it could just be because of the fact that they just didn't want to include him at that point, or it could be because, as I said, at that point, maybe Sparx is in a different world and Spyro has to save him. Maybe Spyro has to reconnect with them. Who knows what's going to happen? So this is the anticipation, the suspense that we've all been waiting for when it comes to Spyro, being able to kind of sit back and see what's going to happen, what's going to unravel. We still have until spring of 2027, so still plenty of time left. Clearly, again, this is just only one trailer. Maybe in the next trailer within a couple of months, if they're going to release another one, that will show perhaps the appearance of Sparx. So we don't want to jump to conclusions just yet. But again, it's something that people have been talking about online, and again, very much so, a lot of people are even speculating that Sparx may just not be in the game. I will say this though, T, and you can agree, if Sparx is not in the game somehow, some way, that's already a huge miss right there. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that right there, I don't think it's going to happen, but let's just hypothetically state that, yeah, Sparx some way is not involved in some way in the entire adventure. It goes to show, I mean, that's gonna be a huge hit right there, because it's not really gonna feel like a Spyro game. Sparx has been involved in every single adventure where Spyro has been, and so again, it would be a really, really interesting way of things if they didn't include Sparx for the new game, but that's a big if.
Big if. Yeah, Spark was a big thing for the past Spyro games. So, we gotta wait and see what's in store for the new Spyro game. I'm wanting to see Sparx make his return back to the franchise.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Spyro 4 confirmed. Spyro A Realm Beyond going to be coming out in spring of 2027. We're going to find out exactly what that video game entails and whether or not if Sparx is going to be in the video game at all. Thanks for joining us here tonight, a part of the Eon Network podcast for ttyme. I'm Adrian Matt. We'll catch you in the next episode at Eon.
Stay Yate.